And keep it going for our next comic. Please, a big hand for Mr. Frederick Kroetsch, please. Frederick.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, my name is Frederick Kroetsch, not Frederick Kroetsch. I say this because if you look at the way my last name is spelled, you might think otherwise. You might call me Freddie Kroetsch when I'm growing up. And it was a really tough life, being named after your own penis area. You're laughing. You think that's funny. What's your name, man? Amber. Imagine if your name was Amber Vagina. Oh, yeah. School would be bloody hard, wouldn't it? Or maybe you'd be the most popular girl in school. I don't know. So, being little Freddie Kroetsch, growing up, my mom has this great idea of enrolling me in, and keep this in mind, I'm in Alberta and it's a prairie. She enrolls me in Sea Cadets. Yeah, I grew up thinking one day I'm gonna save Lake Wabamun from what, drunk campers? I don't know. But I mention this because Sea Cadets is a funny place. The whole military thing is funny. I mean, you don't have a real identity. You don't get a first name. You just get a rank and a last name, and they always yell your last name. I was called Able Seaman Kroetsch. Yeah, it's very visual, huh? But the thing is, guys, if I'd stuck it out, I've had a little more tenacity, one day I could have been called Major Kroetsch. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, right? Or maybe one day I could have been Captain Kroetsch. Sounds like a breakfast cereal, doesn't it? Caution may contain nuts. Anybody here a fan of the Edmonton Capitals? The Edmonton Capitals. You're saying who? That's right. The Edmonton Capitals are Edmonton's baseball team, right? And I had the bizarre pleasure last year of being their MC, their host, and I'd walk around in the stands making a jackass of myself with a mic, like right now, saying things like, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sonic Wiener Wednesday. Sonic Wieners are only $3 to this day." I don't know what a Sonic Wiener is. Are they aerodynamically shaped in wind tunnels that fire down your throat and at the end you get a sonic boom? I don't know. They never explained that to me. But I learned something that summer. I hosted 44 games while working another job, and I learned that I hate baseball. Yeah, I do. Puppies chasing balls, that's cute. Dudes chasing balls, it's just not as cute. I mean, let's look at the game. You got 9 guys against 9 guys in a diamond, and you hit a ball, and you run 20 meters in a straight line. Wow! Sounds a little bit less like a sport and more like a sobriety test. Yeah, I can just picture it. Excuse me, sir. Step out of the vehicle, empty your bottle of booze, and walk in a straight line. Congratulations, you passed the tryouts for the Edmonton Capitals. Sorry, Happy Bull, I didn't see you there. Have a good season. Yeah. Does anybody here remember the name of the Edmonton Capitals before it was the Capitals? Anybody? Shout it out. No, the Trappers were a real baseball team. The one right before? The Cracker Cats, that's right. It sounds like it's supposed to be some weird southern racial slur, but what it actually stands for is the catalytic cracker, which is part of the oil refining process. And I'm like, what genius names a baseball team? These aren't engineers, they're baseball players, after the catalytic cracker. Because I will guarantee you, nobody in that team, nobody in the stadium knows what that means, let alone spell it. You could have called the team the endoplasmic reticulums. Nobody would know what the hell you're talking about. It's another thing, the name of the league, it's called the Golden League, which I think is really apt, because by the time a game finishes, you're ready for the geriatric ward. Yeah. Here's a story. I'm watching, there's like a double header in an afternoon, and there's this kid, he's maybe 17 years old, and by the end of the second game, he actually died of old age. And I said to the concession, maybe you guys should start selling some defibrillators here. Sonic defibrillators. Clear! Wake up, said only 5,000 more innings to go. Here's a fun fact. The Edmonton Capitals had the second longest 9-inning professional game of baseball in all of history. Yeah, that's 9 hours of nothing happening, right? Yeah. Let me put this into perspective for you. That's 540 minutes. In 540 minutes, you can actually, and I Googled this, you can get your instructor certificate in jazzercising. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that is, I just made that up. But in 540 minutes, I could have had sex 540 times. Yeah. Well, spaced out over like 20 or 30 years, I guess. Maybe. Yeah. Did anybody catch the paper last weekend? And did they read about Brent Bowers? He's the field marshal for the Edmonton Capitals. And he was forced to retire. And I will quote the Globe and Mail for screaming homophobic obscenities at an openly gay umpire. I'm like, okay, way to go, Edmonton Capitals. Like, way to go. But I wonder, okay, who better to judge speeding balls than an openly gay umpire? Just throwing that out there, right? I'm just saying. Homoerotic imagery in baseball? Yeah, I did some Googling to look at some of the terms. Here's one for you. This is an actual baseball term. Chin music. That refers to when the balls get too close to the face. Balls, face, chin, music. It's very visual. Here's another one. Fungo. Sounds like something that happens when you don't wash your hoo-hoo. But it actually is a real term that refers to hitting balls into the outfield during practice. And so, let's just try this. I'm just going to try to put these terms in a sentence and see how sexual it can get. I'm a bit of a pinch hitter. I pinch, I hit. I pulled out my sonic wiener and she pulled out a double header and said, let's go for a backdoor slider. Yeah. Well, so I choked up on my bat. I hit a home run into her batter's box. I wound up with a really bad case of fungo. That's why she called me Major Kroetsch. Thank you very much, guys.
That's Frederick right there, man. First time on stage. What do you think about that?